Hello everybody, I'm going to do a review on this quick access pistol safe by Sentry safe. I bought this primarily. I have another safe, just for papers and whatnot that I usually put my weapons in, but it's in another room, in a closet, bolted to the floor. So if anything happens in the middle of the night, it's kind of a tough chore to get around there. It's usually going to be too late. So I bought this primarily so I could keep it near my bed and still keep my daughter's little fingers off my weapons. This is not really for a safe per se. This is more so for just keeping people's hands off of it that you don't want to touch it, criminals or little fingers. So I picked this up. I believe it was about $100. I believe it came from Academy Sports, but it's I don't have a weight on this, but it's quite beefy, maybe 15 pounds or so. It does come with a set of override access keys. It comes, of course, with the manuals, and it comes with a couple lag bolts and washers to bolt it down. So once you get it out of the box, the first thing you would do is take the key and open it up, like so. Drop my keys. So starting on the interior, it is lined with a close cell foam on the bottom. It looks like about 3/8 of an inch. It's got about 1/4 inch in the side and up here at the top. And it's not all that big, and I'm gonna kind of give you a scale up on this with some different weapons. But anyway, once you get it out, you're going to need to take this battery lid off right here. You may not be able to see it too well, but you just pop this off, and then you can bring out the battery holder. It takes 4 AA batteries. They say do not use rechargeables in it. And I would follow their advice there. But the original code is 12341, and to change that code, there's a button right in the middle. You press and hold, the lights will light up, and then you enter your new code, and then you wait for the light to turn green, and then you're finished. Number one, never lock your keys inside the case, because if these batteries go bad, you're not going to get into it. I don't believe that when the batteries get low there's any type of audible alarm. I'm not sure on that. So never lock your keys in it. So once you have your new code set, that would be a time to try it out, make sure everything's working before you put any valuables in it. You can get back into it with the override keys though. So since it's got the original code in it, I'm just going to go ahead and close it up and show you how it opens. The first thing you're going to do is just push a random button, and that kind of brings it up out of standby and lights these rings around these buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and the safe is open. They say it's whisper quiet. It's pretty quiet, but you can still hear it. One thing I can say about these buttons though is you need to practice with them, because they're not real deliberate. It's easy to miss your code. And if you miss your code, you've got to wait for the light to turn off and then reactivate it and put your code in again. It will take between 4 and 6 digits for your code. So they also say that it is a zero feedback electronic lock. Well, I guess it's zero feedback in terms of, the buttons don't make an audible sound when you push them, but there are lights that light, so that is a feedback of some kind. So if we want to get technical, that's not a true statement. So anyway, let me go ahead and just change the code on this. So I'm just going to press and hold, and hopefully you'll see these lights light up. And now they're lit up. Now I can put in my new code. Let's just do it in reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. And we wait, and the light should go green. There it goes. Okay, so now it's accepted the new code. So if we close it up and try it, it should work. So like I said, push any button to activate it once. Now it's ready to accept your code. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. So it did take the new code. So you can set it to any code you want. Now you need to practice with this, because if you go too fast, it's going to not register your keystrokes, and you're going to have to wait or just tap keys to put in the wrong code, and that will reset it to where you can put in the correct code. So those are things that you will need to play with. I really think that these buttons, they're kind of rubber and they probably just have a contact point in there. They should be actual mechanical buttons in my opinion, so you get a definite positive each time you press one of them, but that's just my opinion on that. Now let's go ahead and show a couple guns in here. I'm going to start with a very small one. Like here's an LC9. So you can see LC9 in the magazine fits quite nicely. If you get it just right, you might be able to put something else in here, maybe a wallet, keys, whatever, rings. Now if you have a flashlight hanging off the front of the gun, that's really going to change where you put it. So that's just kind of an idea on what you get there. Now let me move into another one. And this is a Glock 17 Generation 4. So you know, this is one of their biggest ones they have, you know, and you can see how much it eats up. Put a magazine in there with it. It's pretty much all you get right there. You know, you're not going to be packing a bunch of stuff in this thing, but that's not why I bought it. But I wanted you to be aware of generally what you could put in it, because that may govern whether or not you buy this safe. You know, so you can see if I had a flashlight or something on this rail here, it'd be very, very tough to even get it in here. You know, a handheld may not be a problem, a little one back here, but that's the general idea on that. And then I'll pull out a revolver. This is a 357, looks like a 4-inch barrel. It's unloaded as well. You know, to give you an idea what you can put in there, and it's got to be put in very specifically, you know, but it will fit. Kind of hard to get your hand on it to get it out, but you know, I guarantee you if you're in that position, you'll figure out a way to get it out. Sorry about the camera there. So all in all, the pros, it does work. So far I like it. You know, I've been kind of just bench testing it here for a couple of days, and if I am very deliberate and don't go too fast, it has never missed my code. But for example, I'm just going to try to do it fast. 4 3 2 1 4. See how it didn't take it? If you keep hitting, we've hit red here, we have to wait. Now we could try it again. Still didn't take the code. Time it out. I'm going to slow down a little bit. See what I mean there? So it's not a big problem. You just need to slow your roll if you're trying to get in this thing fast, because you're gonna mess up, and those few seconds, those are pretty important. So I'm going to try it one more time going really fast. See, that time I got it, but I was really banging on those buttons. That's why I was talking about those switches. I think they're a little inadequate in here. Do it one more time. Missed it. Missed it again. Time it out. Slowed down just a little bit, but it was still pretty fast. You know, so play with it. You're gonna have to get your speed right and kind of stay within that framework if you really want super quick access to this thing. Because, like I said, you know, you don't want to be wasting time. See, that's a pretty good speed right there. I just want you to be aware of that if you buy one of these. It does work well, but do it right. All in all, I think it's a good purchase for the money, for $100. It is semi-pry resistant. You know, I'm sure anybody could get into anything given the right tools and enough time. You know, security is kind of an illusion in my opinion, but like I said, this is for keeping little hands off of dangerous weapons. It does roll in here to where, you know, it would be hard to get a screwdriver or something in here to pry, but I'm sure you could do it. What I did like about this one as opposed to some of the other ones I had seen was that reset button is actually behind the battery tray and behind a cover, so there's really no way you could get in there and fish with a wire or a paper clip or something like that and reset that button from the outside of the safe and enter in a new code. I had seen some other ones on the market and some reviews where you could do that because it was just exposed underneath the cover, and I didn't like that. I didn't really find too many reviews on this safe, which is primarily why I'm putting this one up there. So, you know, it's just my opinion for what it's worth. Hope this guys help you out. Thanks for watching and good luck.